Morning, one and all. This is Tom, bright and early this morning. This is Kevin. See Kevin? Kenny was just on my lap, in passing. Somebody got a hold of his ear 2 nights ago, Tuesday, 3 nights ago. Judging by the width of the bite and where it was right in the very front. The width of the teeth, it had to be another cat. And 2 deeper wounds, like right where they branch out. So a cat fangs. He's a 13-year-old kitty, and his mommy had him declawed before she knew what that meant to a cat. So when he ran across the stray male we've got outside, ran across the stray male we got outside that I've been feeding. He stood up a little bit more than he should have, would be my guess, because nobody else is coming with those wounds, and they're a lot more recently neutered than he was. But you know, it's his yard. It's a cat thing. So I had all sorts of things I was thinking about telling y'all first thing this morning. So I've been up for about an hour and a half now, about 3:30. I'm flat out. I self-mutilated a little bit last night. Not in such a place to see it. I've never been one of those to do between the fingernails or toenails or under the tongue. I don't have that kind of precision. I'm a bull in a china shop kind of guy. Didn't do them on the arms, just in case I have to go see. I go see Dr. Maggie Monday morning at 7:30. I go see Dr. Christie again the end of the week, or the beginning of the following week. I see Dr. Bill Wednesday or Thursday. And I actually am on 20 medications. I counted 19 when I sent it to the Social Security Administration, but I should be on 14. I should be on 20. Because nobody has prescribed the Protonics, which should be Dr. Christie's job because it's for my stomach, not the head doctor, Dr. Maggie. And Christy asked me if she had prescribed it, and I'm like, no, she's a psychiatrist. And she didn't prescribe it either. That's how I wound up only being on 1 week of it last time I came out. However, the Kroger brand Entadines, I'm currently on the Phenidine, which I don't like as much as the Cinetidine. But hell, it's like $3 for 100, something like that. It's not as cheap as I get my prescription medications, and it's not as effective. It's nowhere near what Nexium used to do for me, but yeah, it's something. It'll get me through. I'll survive. Which unfortunately I always do. Bad habit. Thought it was important that I tell you that nobody knows what it's like to be the bad man, to be the sad man behind blue eyes. No one knows what it's like to be hated, to be fated, to tell your own lies. I have dreams, they aren't as empty as my conscience seems to be. Anyway, any classic rock fans should know that one. Y'all probably can't tell from the videos that I do have very blue eyes. I'm told they're piercing blue most times. If they turn green, it either means I'm getting angry or horny. TMI, I guess. If they turn red, get out of the way. That's when I've totally lost it. I'm truly every definition of the word mad. Like 6 people have seen that in my life. It scares me. That's why I put up with so much shit from everybody. That's why I'm passive aggressive. I don't want that side coming out. Because when it comes, I got no control. And it happens like that. We were in training for teaching aggression reduction techniques or anger reduction training. I don't remember what the term was at that time. It's ARTs. Just kind of depends on what the political thing to call it at the time is. And the instructor was going around the room, and she, did this for a living. She says, "Okay, now you get your triggers. These are things that set you off." Goodbye, Kenny. And then you get your cues. Your cues are what lets you know that you're getting angry. Like your blood starts to race, your face starts feeling flushed, etc. So she went around the room saying, "What's your cue?" And they'd say, this, that, the other. She got to me and she said, "What's your cue?" I said, "I don't have one." She said, "Everybody's got a cue." I said, "I go from laughing in the middle of a joke to going totally off the wall, like that. Without even finishing laughing, without even finishing the joke, whatever." She said, "That's impossible. Everybody has a cue." The guy sitting beside me says, "I've worked with him for 4 years. He ain't got none. He just spot on. He's mad. There's nothing in between." Yeah, I guess that's something to be proud of. Anyway, doing the topless look again today. Yeah, see? Topless. I can go lower, but I don't want to scare the children. Actually, I am wearing sweatpants and shorts again. Haven't quite gotten to my shower yet, so we'll get to that today. Probably right after Jan goes to work. Tomorrow, I'm going to need smokes, and if nobody hit Mega Millions last night, I'd like to pick up, even though I can't afford it, I'd like to pick up like 5 more Power Pick. Quick Pick Mega Millions tickets. That was over 100 mil last time I checked. Then again, it's like I told my parents, they would send friends across the border back when we didn't have it to get Powerball tickets, and they would never invest unless it was over 100 million. And I'm like, yeah, because you can't live on 60 mil. Come on. An extra grand in my account would set me pretty for a while. Might give me that apartment I want in East Tennessee. Well, that's become kind of a cluster. A realtor called me yesterday, and she got a mortgage person to call me almost immediately because, I still qualify for one more VA, which means I can get nothing down, and I can avoid property taxes. Or insurance or something. Hello, Ken. Yep, there I can again. But now, since my disability has been cut off, and we're waiting for the appeal, I can't get any financing. And I'm going to be out of here by August 1st. Now, the problem with that is I have discovered that over the past few years, when I don't drive, I have to rely on other people, and they never ever show up. Ever. Most particularly when you get down to like August. I can forget it. I'll be stuck getting Jan to help me move everything I own into a storage shed. Hopefully getting one of those places in the link I sent earlier. Mountain View Estates, I think. And moving a little bit north of Knoxville. Although really my best bet is to move into Kentucky. However, a little bit north of Knoxville would put me a lot closer to Winchester, where my biological parents are from. So instead of like a 5-hour drive, I'd narrow it down to like a 1 or 2 hour drive. Still need to get a car, but I don't want to pay Tennessee any more money. At all. And I sure as hell don't want the breathalyzer for 6 months. Breath interlock device. Not that I mind. I mean, it's not like it's going to bother me. But if I borrow a friend's car, and I can't get any of my friends to put a breath interlock device on their car, they got to get to work. So there's my issue. Until I can afford to buy a car, I can't afford to get a driver's license in this friggin' state. They passed that law after I went to jail. But I think it wasn't in effect right when I got out of jail, so I should have gone for one right about then. Because at that point, it had been almost a year. Would have had to wait about 6 more months, but you know, that'd have been more than a year without. Anyway. I was gonna say, like, I'm taking two if I can't get sleep at night. I've got 10 milligram Valiums. I've got my other panic pills that I had before the Valiums. In other words, when I feel a panic attack coming, I take one of these pills. And I've got some painkillers. And last night I went to bed and I said, if I don't fall asleep, I'm taking a pill in 15 minutes. Then I'll take another pill 15 minutes after that. Then I'll take another pill 15 minutes after that. Just never repeat the same bottle twice in a row. In the dark, I couldn't tell what they were. I was just going to keep taking them. Quite sure the first one I took was the 10 milligram Valium. And it took a little bit longer than I had planned, but I kind of crashed and burned, so that was good. Yeah, I think I'm trying to send me back to work on 20 different medications. You would think that would be a sign. Considering that about 14 of them are to keep me from killing or harming myself or killing or harming others. But what I was going to lead to with that was, if you see somebody wearing long pants all summer long, or wearing long sleeve shirts every time you see them, if you really care about them, have them roll them up. They could be self-mutilating, they could be mainlining, or they could be bulimic. Just something you need to check. But if you're wearing long sleeves and long pants in the summer, there's something wrong. Just a point. That's your public safety tip for this morning. I wanted to say this afternoon, but it's freaking 5 a.m. 6 a.m. for those of you in the Eastern time zone. And I've gotten a few more people say that they like my videos. Somebody even forwarded one of them the other day. I was just so impressed. It's good to know. It's good to know, because when I first started them, I had 1 or 2 people saying, you know, these are a waste of my time. Why are you putting them on my page? Hurt my feelings. Well, if I still had feelings. Anyway, it's Anderson out, and I get the odd feeling I'll be talking to you again later today.